Yes. We shall continue with this. Feels bad for all these people, man. It's really special. You know what's even more like very disrespectful or like very sad? Like, is it evil, just cruel, Adrian? Yeah, the right word is cruel, yes. Is it cruel that those who quote-unquote die might have like go like behind the scenes? Maybe they just look at what's going on from the other side, the cameras and stuff. What if it is that? And that's so cruel. What if everyone was looking at them, just watching? Yikes. That is some cruel stuff, man. Yes. And thus, we shall investigate. Is that a... Gee, it looks like some sort of rapper.
Huh?
That's... You recognize Hina?
Well...
But yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out the genocide tried to attack me, right? After you left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her tone down a little. So I gave the candy to Sakura. Are you sure it's not like poisonous or anything? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like it. Oh god. Ah, protect! Actually, as soon as we got into the warehouse, I took the entire box to my room. I made sure nobody else had their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to buy one for herself, so I gave it to her. But now they lost all their favor. I need to protect her. Hina. Must protect. Okay. So what else is there? Shall we examine the body once more? Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura has suffered. Indeed. According to Mother Kuwafal, she also had vomited blood. And I can see the trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what could have caused her to vomit blood? Mother Kuwafal specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Really odd. Just a blow to the head? Maybe getting in the head somehow caused her to stop vomiting blood? No, not a chance. Yeah, Kriya?
That's fine.
However, your eyes must have led on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I call it interesting. But it does make you wonder. The reason Sakura vomited down absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Maybe it's in the candy. It's gotta be the candy. For why? There are shots of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom section of a bottle, right? So they must have been originally a bottle. Oh my god. But there's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Interesting. How did I get there? Blood. There's blood standing in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from she died? She must have been sorted out alive. Okay. Anything for the magazine stands at all? That's a shame. Shelf full of magazines. There's all kinds of big magazines here. Nothing else. Oh yeah, those are the bottles, right? There are 4 red bottles now on the shelf. Yeah. It's not each bottle. It's like some kind of small Kuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did they get those figures inside the bottles? Same question.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in the bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle somebody stolen and they put this inside? You ever seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other
So
words...
this is the Murakami version of that. A Murakami model, if you will. Yes. And I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. Yeah, Murakami models sitting on a shelf. The Murakami figure we found on the ground. It's just a glass. She probably started out as a bottle. Which means Sakura must have been in the bottle, in a heavy monochrome bottle, right? The shards of glass and monochrome figure are evidence of that. So I think to say that the monochrome bottle was the weapon. What a connection. Dusty locker. Huh? The locker is open, and there on the inside is a handprint?
Why?
What is a handprint doing there? Here. It's like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint on all the dust.
It's true.
It looks like trash too. I used to say someone was in there in the locker and they left something behind a little open extra. So then, maybe the killer hid here until the locker room was open, don't you think? And then on the kill feature they pop out and join the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Oh, why not? It's so far away, right?
Hey.
Think back, before we open we look inside the room, right? Oh yeah, the locker was already open at the point. Interesting.
Indeed.
There's no way someone could have hidden it in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does the handprint mean? Okay. You know, what do you want to discuss?
What the heck?
We already know who did it! Rakia, Toko, or Hiro, yet to be one of them. They could just stand to the side of her. You agree with me, right, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all of 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? I thought I went to the nurse in this morning. Sakura and I both left together, right? Eventually, she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, Makoto found that she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. But she said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I stop her by force, even this would never happened. Hina. She must not have regrets, I know. Yikes. But the fact she had asked those 3 to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the record at noon, at the same time and place to end up dying. Remind me to confirm why I served the 3 of them directly.
However,
but for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed it to if they expected to stand any chance against her. It was the candy. I have no idea. Yo.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. That is true? I did receive some note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to try and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. My friend said he didn't say to go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
You're all finished. Please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Yikes. Okay, so this is the thing, right? It's a kind of plastic container rolling on the near the entrance room.
So
Looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein, and she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take it to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got on it that says Chem A2. Everyone Sakura mentioned how the can had all kinds of stuff. She must have gotten this from the can lab.
Just a
But
second.
that's strange. Oh, what is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of black glass. They must have been parts of the window that I broke the can inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. What does that matter?
So
I can't say for sure yet, but I'm probably gonna want to take note of it. Oh my god! I feel like it'll become a important clue later on. Important clue, I'm not trying to see how. It must be recent. Anything here? Chair was shoved out against the door, so we couldn't get the door open. there's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had any special done to it. I need to examine the camera as much as possible.
Hey,
Anything else?
what the heck?
I didn't check your head go out. The door is the only way out. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the month except to tamper with. The only notable change to the door is the smash window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. And having examined both the door and the chair, it's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was only because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the door from turning and the door from opening. And there's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the door from the inside, not from the outside. Somehow.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then
Then you should probably go talk to Victor now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to
Which
me.
is why I decided you'll go in my place. She decided she's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go to talk to others. Sakura wanted to meet with two other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Alright then. Let's enough of them, I suppose. Those other two probably went back to their rooms. So who should I start looking for now? It's best if I interview them first. Sakura, Coco. I press the doorbell. Ding dong. And after a few seconds. Oh, let's see. Who's there? The most negative aura I ever felt. An aura on total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Oh, she's annoyed. Coco slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You say you want to talk about to me about something? I want to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked you to meet with you. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Becca already told me she had asked me to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said too, didn't I? It's not totally obvious, huh? Yes, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get those. But I didn't go see her. I was so scared. So I couldn't bring myself to go. Okay, she didn't go see her, but apparently pretty sure. Until I can prove otherwise, I don't just want to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then going back to my room. That Toko lead each other into a room. Okay, next is him. Yeah, Hero. I press the doorbell. Ding dong. And after a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Bakuro? Do you need something? Yeah, actually, I just want to text something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How do you know about that?
Could it be?
Well, do you maybe guess into my soul? Have your spiritual abilities awakened in you? I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Oreo told me herself that she asked Sakura and Toko to come too. But when did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, but she asked me to meet her, of course. But if she write you a note? Yeah, no, she,
How about that?
she gave it to me in person. And she haven't mentioned the other, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. But then you went and met Sakura. No way, I totally did that. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw her was when Hina took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. Right here, could you show me the note she gave you to? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around his pockets. Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big beauty on he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flying from the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pockets. Huh? Guess the wind. Hiro snatched it back out again. Shoved it back to his pocket. Hey, sorry, just a piece of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you excuse me. Before any reply, Hiro quickly slipped back to his room. Hiro said that trash, but there's no way that there's all there is to it. Yep, okay, trust me. Yep, that's definitely the candy wrap. So I heard from Toga and Hiro. On what next? I totally had to look at the Crikey game. But on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the pony can we found for the sick rec room. Actually, I must have come from Canada. So where should I start? So wait, am I allowed to look at Kyoko's room now? This is Kyoko's room. It's something to do with the case. I thought we were allowed to? I suppose we should head back to the school then. The school building. Yada. Come sing with me. Maybe I should check the chem lab one more time. Wait. This is where the bathroom cleaning supplies are stored. It's only the secret room. I should probably avoid going in and out of that too much. And that is where Alter Ego is, ain't it? Okay, so I need to find the chem lab. Somewhere. Found it. Alright. So the chem lab. I found it! Go in there. Oh, Racco's here. Makoto, you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. Thing like you made with the was. Yes sir, I understand. Yada. So, do you find out anything? Yikes. Somehow I can't sense him. Leave me alone without having to say it. Okay. So, this isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like there's 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. One right there, right now. What's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I'll just be careful not to step on it. Oh, there's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where the other powder come from? It's like another had labeled Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the phone on this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other
That's
words...
right. It can only have been around the time of the incident. If that's really what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. C4. C2. Oh god, C4. So what now? I guess we should check the cabinets. Yes. On top on the shelf is one look, and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. They look like poison and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and the number. I guess I can consider this as section C. So therefore they must have come from here. On the shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put it simply, they're used in to bring about a chemical reaction. Interesting. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think science and mathematics had no particular package in the real world?
That's fine.
That the words of a lifelong user, which I suppose suits you as well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out there already here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Oh, good A. Let's see what's on the shelf. There's all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the raccoon probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelf under section A. But wait! There's one number right here. That's labeled C9! At some point I put it here on accident. Let's try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's been split into 6 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, and Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Tucker must have gotten the current powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Okay then. Is there anything else? Yeah, footsteps. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may have a screenshot of the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. If it's someone where you handed me a piece of paper and pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop! Okay. So I got to work, and before long I dropped out of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had been at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, did whatever they do, and then left. That's what the footprints told me.
I see.
It's footprints on me.
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of reason not to, so I tried to do what Bakio said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Wow. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. It's spinning. A sponge of yellow spots are scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should really take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's some remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone has left some footprints in the powder. Based on the position of the print, wherever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Bakio, the powder would have to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. My footprints in the powder has been added. I've taken a good look at the camera. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. I shall leave now then. Okay, to the rec room. Oh man. Alright, so the rec room should be around here. The rec room. So let's say finally be. That's the hole. Just to be sure.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Tucker here that told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Becca, we both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelves of magazine, and Monokuma's box. These three things have revealing clues. You do well to look them over one more time. The Monokuma balls. I think Kyoko says she found a new clue involving the Monokuma balls. Huh. Something useful new.
Hey.
So, do you figure it out? Say the correlation meeting on the speak. Pay careful attention and you try to find it. You mean the chess pieces? Correlation. Hey, Trigo, can you just tell me what it is?
So.
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion is a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone has confidence in the outcome. It's just because you don't trust me, right? Awkward silence. No answer! I do trust you to agree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to agree? Okay.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma balls that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to cover it. You don't mind having, right? An experiment?
Anyway.
You get it out of the piece of the Monokuma ball. The Monokuma ball, try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's not and the obnoxious cracker is not here, so.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get something for the camera. Now I'm gonna try to get out of the glass. That can collect the room. I don't know what this is about, but what choice I have, I better just do it. I like to read and that's when I got to work and letting all the broken puzzle pieces. Okay, and just that I finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then.
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words.
I got scared from the camera. We're gonna use it to compare the weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass we collected and the one from the Monokuma that are still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's a fun experiment. It makes sense when we're done. So,
Listen.
first let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma balls. Yep, they weigh the same. It's balanced.
In other words.
Which means each Monokuma ball is weighed about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else would really affect weight.
So then.
Now, here comes the important part. Put the pieces you pick out on one side of the scale. So what might you use instead? The number assumption would be, after they balance out the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get it all, but there's a chance I could miss some here and there.
So then.
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
That's what I thought. What?
In other words.
The results of the experiment and the courage between each one of us put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you arrived at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. It must have been. But wait, how did they manage to get the Chem C9 into the chest into the Chem C9 bottle? It must be the Chem C9 bottle. Gary said the magazine shop was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Oh, this magazine is upside down. Someone put it like away on accident.
Hey.
If someone thinks catches your eye, it's more for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked out the inverted magazine and flipped through it. What? This is on 5 pages near the magazine. A word has been written in full bloody letters, and it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it will appear you found it. Is this?
So.
It's indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However.
Just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It's very like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back where exactly as I found, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's Stella, she's the killer for sure. Stop jumping to conclusions! That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to search the killer. I can see why you think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it seems that much more suspicious. Yeah. Anything about the candy? Yeah. Here's Sakura. Okay, so that's the... Yeah, that's the same kind of rapper that here that has pretty cool. There's still something to discover with Sakura's life.
Just a second.
Starting out in space is going to help you figure anything out. Oh yeah, I know, but
Hey.
so you think you might need to actually examine the body? That's not getting around it. Unlike me, Kara didn't record touching Simon. She was completely unemotional. Yikes. I can't personally used to it, although there are still sometimes can't believe how calm we are. No matter how many times I see a body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So...
I mentioned this because I have plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, not right.
Hey.
Originally, looking here, her shoes.
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on the stab? It really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey.
Next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling that is very stable as well. Let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting way to say it. That's one more interesting.
Correct.
Both her hands were spotted as absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
That's why I learned from examining her body in detail. Okay, that's her summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could pull that off.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
Wait, that soon?
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
That's really odd. It's already time when mystery of the locker room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Yeesh, that's so soon. Alright. Welcome, Maze Nonsense. I ran ahead, began to meet out one after another. And then the optimal martial artist. A locker room murder mystery.
What?
What the? Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Wait, how did you manage to do that? Like, no matter how off something is, if you toss a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. It's just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it in a savage, it makes it look super negative.
Yes,
For example, you have 100 friends. He's right, that doesn't make it seem sad.
I can't wait!
I
can't wait!
So he's going to the elevator. I see you down there. How? What the hell was that? Is that the fall from a bed again? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at
I
me.
don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
Or I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How did you call me a murderer? Whatever. Anyway, the truth will be real soon enough. Because then, even though without one of us is the culprit, the killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She's stronger than anyone I know. She looks smiling though, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? Okay. How can you just stand there and saying you didn't do it without breaking a sweat? Okay?
Hey.
Staying around and saying, go ahead and go, let's just keep going. Okay, yes, I didn't do it. How many times have I just tell you? The company is harmless. Make no mistake about that. Last one.
Don't look at me.
I said before I said again, it wasn't me. Alright, let's open the game. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. But when she stopped, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. A could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our stillness and internal silence. We watched the door close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar cluttering sounds. It felt lower and lower, as suddenly as always. We reached there. The ride was over. The doors opened once again. Why is it all Egyptian now? Just the sake of you? Huh? Really? Like the 6 bullets in a chamber. A revolver does. That's so few. You must be lonely. You say like it's not your fault that we're all that's left. I won. Will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will I come to the end completely?
Now then.
Are you ready to begin? You look good. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. Wait, 4. 6. Is this a JoJo reference? We stop. A daily judgment, a daily deception, a daily betrayal, a daily riddle, a daily defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Okay. Hell yeah, yes I am. Okay, that's the skills before that. It increases the time limit for each phase. That's gonna be more useful. And then... Okay. So I guess that's all I have though, right? I think I can connect them. I hope I can do this without failing.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
You know this.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
I don't even remember the controls, by the way.
We already know who did it.
Again?
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Am I not having them?
Idiot.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
You know, she's really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for revealing that. Okay, time to shoot! Time to make my own argument.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
I suppose it's more like...
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Okay, so like... So, Iris could count is more or less like a candy, yeah, candy.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay, so he knows.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you have?
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low
Okay.
as you can. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you have for?
Because you hated her.
Oops. That's the wrong one. How am I gonna look camera now? Okay, it's gotta be.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you have?
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Nope.
No, it's wrong.
I mean, she did say.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. And doesn't mean one of them did it. Okay, here we go again. pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
Oh god.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Never went. That's
I
okay.
didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Then explain the pocket trash in your... Explain the candy. Explain it.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No,
No.
it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Wow.
So there's no way a single
Shit,
one of
candy.
them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Why he was the candy right? Because Sakura only got the candy after the incident in the shops. There's no way. Probably because I went other incident there is no way she like that. Yeah. Shoot!
I got it!
Okay, so that's when Sakura got the
I'm
candy.
not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Yeah.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
Oh, we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
Whoa.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You are hostile.
Wow, yikes.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
What?
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Wow, he did say what the shining message would even be.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Whoa.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Whoa.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
But hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with he was
Shoot!
wait, okay, I mispronounced.
I got it!
Okay, I saw myself there.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
I messed up with my propositions.
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Huh.
Doesn't make sense?
Oh.
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
But there's something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation. Which case? That case contradicted what Hiro's told us. Raving Tom. Magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Whoa.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay, so
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay, so it's gotta be this one, right? Magazine shelf.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Ogre's
I
body.
can tell you when I found the
Okay, Ogre's. Okay.
It was only after the investigation had begun.
Oops. What does that do? I say, oh, yeah, I just know what you're doing.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying
Dying message.
when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
Okay,
I found the dying message.
magazine dying
It
message.
was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Shit, it was like some fun body. At that time, where's the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
Okay, Ogre's body is
message.
stuff.
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine.
when I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
There I go, magazine
No,
shelf.
it's wrong.
That's wrong because it wasn't a magazine. But how was it stored? Why is it upside down?
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Oh yeah, that's because Hina was still protecting the crime scene, right?
That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation, and you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
What?
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Exactly.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah,
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
it's not Hero. Is it Hero?
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Yeah, doubt. No, I actually don't do doubt it. It's always Sakura wrote that message. Okay, sorry guys, the rhythm again, yes.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Oh god.
Show me the proof.
Okay.
This should prove it.
Sorry by the way. Kyoko's examination. Half my heart is left. That's all I
I'm
have.
completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
You're right.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
I knew it.
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You were admitting you killed her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right
There
before
should be more to that,
just like
okay?
it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to heal with me as well. Okay. Would you mind a piece of candy? And my help gave you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
2 blows.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me.
But wait.
Boil me. Do whatever you want.
2.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So why is it that here doesn't make sense? Right here doesn't after the right sense. Well, yes. Yikes. That's alright.
Shoot!
Oops! And only the one here I have to say. The enemy comes to date me? The customer is already injured, trying to reload with blackness. Whoops. Well, it's always Makoto. Hero suspense.
I refuse to give up yet.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm completely unconvinced because if you look at it,
I figured as much.
Okay, so okay, candy.
So of course I...
Okay. Wait. I didn't even think of it. You only have time if you did panic. And just don't fight it. Shoot! Okay. Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, why upside down?
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Yikes.
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the
Well, I mean, Kyoko said she did receive 2 blows.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Some of them, but like, it's gotta be Toko.
I got it.
It's gotta be Toko, right?
It had to be Toko, right?
Yeah.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person
Wow,
whose
it's-
name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Whoa.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
I mean,
Hiro, tell us what happened one more
One
time.
time.
If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I
whoa.
don't really see why, but okay.
If you ever reach the end of the case, yes, Hero isn't the killer, and I have to prove that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so the examination, right?
I didn't want to, but
Okay, there you go.
I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Unrelated?
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Just once.
No, that's wrong.
Just once. You say?
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
I mean, she is a tank.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe.
But
Why she
I
detective?
only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf.
Wait,
right?
there were 6?
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
It might have been.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Chess pieces. Right, we do all the clothes. Next one. Here. The chess piece. It's a chess piece, right? Oh man, it's hanging. Okay, give me that C. Where's the C at? Oops, okay. Where's the E? E. There you go.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. I have to continue, okay? It's for the
That's
story.
it. The chess pieces.
Yeah.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
I guess the night.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
So the rook is missing.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn.
Queen.
Just those 4.
Queen.
And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That
Exactly.
bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottom missing goes. No, can you?
Shoot!
It's broken.
I got it! The
Yeah.
bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Yeah.
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It's just like a bottle of broken and that's it. We're gonna figure out about it. I got it! Okay, good, I got 5 now.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Whoa.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime, but someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces,
Right.
which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
And you know about the thing you want to go about is about the case. Can you use fire? Press it.
I got it!
It's gotta be a second
The
checker.
bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
It was obvious.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
Then all but
From
just
there,
examining the
we
body.
can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Whoa.
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
Yikes.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Wow.
I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Wow.
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Yikes.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
I mean the locker.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need to prove that Shotoko was hiding in the rec room. I have it stuffed in there for fine. And then oh no! Another element? Absolutely! So far you've probably been pressing the left on the steering and trying to strike without a second thought. But for now on you gotta pay a little extra attention to finishing blow. Now you get to choose a proper blow to use during your coup de grace. You select it the same way as you during the non-stick same press Q here, nor use the monk. Also, like in the you can lose difficulty set to high, you have fewer blows to choose from. For education purposes, we're gonna pretend you said to me regardless, just as well, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Halfway! Halfway! Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie. That's enough.
There you go.
This should prove it.
I found it. I found the bullet. I found the bullet. I have way too much ammo in
Did
me.
you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the
Why is
locker?
it so dusty though?
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall with
I
that.
suck at reading the games.
Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yikes.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
This is 2 times already.
Then you killed Sakura.
No, I swear, there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Whoa.
What do you mean, probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
I think that's the third one where she grabbed the blood.
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Yikes.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Oh my god.
there was Sakura covered in
Sense, I
blood
sense.
and staring right at
Sakura
me.
sense, Sakura sense.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean? Oh.
Guess who's back?
Oh.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Yep, it's genocide, Jill.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wonder. So I opened my eyes to see...
Okay. Sense.
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise.
Oh my god.
I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And
Whoa.
when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Dear lord.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me.
Why does the tunnel look like she's gonna rattle a cherry?
Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep on like that, and that she's gonna.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
I thought for sure you would have words for cheer that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Hold on.
No, not quite yet.
See?
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
But how did she get the bottle when she lay in front of the magazines? How did she get the bottle from the piano or something? It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is. Make your argument. Okay.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Okay, so I got it. Okay, I gotta collect that. Okay.
I was just sleeping, and all of a sudden, Sakura, I remember waking up right...
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
So you smashed her.
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Shoot.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, I remember waking up...
Okay.
Taken by surprise. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma.
You got it!
And where did the attack?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
She was sitting down for some reason.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Because Toko was in front of the shelf.
So, you finally noticed.
There we go.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Yeah, that's weird. Everyone that shoots that was just something correct. Where's the blood? Where's the blood? Restroom door. I found it.
I got it!
Okay, I got healed back.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
That's heavy.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly
This
settled.
is all too confusing. Each case gets much too more confusing.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Oh, so she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No.
While everything was all confused and hectic,
No!
snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
I think that's no way she was hiding because
I got it!
I saw it for myself.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point,
Oh god. Where are the controls? I accidentally hit. There you go. And then find the locker room already open.
so obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Yeah.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else
Oh,
could have killed
that's
her.
right, you bro.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
I see the blood on her mouth. Could you be really missing something of so important? If that's another explanation, maybe it's... Yeah, her mouth. She's vomiting blood for some reason. Yeah, the chemicals. Yellow powder.
What was it that killed Ogre?
Okay, yellow powder.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
What? Come on, we gotta look at it now.
Shoot!
What
was it that killed? It wasn't from Japan. What was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her. Now you're dead, then I'm blaming me, huh?
Okay, so
What was it that killed Oda? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. Now you're dead, then I'm blaming me, huh?
okay. Gotta be the first one, right?
What was it that killed Oda? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
What? Hey, what's wrong with
shoot! What was it that killed Ogre?
it? Okay, my fault.
If it
I
wasn't from
count.
Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Oops.
Shoot!
Okay, I gotta think careful with this song here.
What
I have
was
to
it
count.
that killed Ogre?
L powder.
If it
What?
wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot.
What was the foul again? I don't remember what's the foul anyways. There's like two blows.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related
There we go,
to
that
her
makes more
cause of
sense now.
death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
No.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Little chicken there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Oh lord.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Yikes.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Oh, I have proof.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Yep.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
MC9.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
Yeah, C is in the A. So
And
I.
that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Oh god, please don't use it.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Bottle poison packet insurance. I'm sure I know where he got it. Since you also it's like.
I got it!
Yeah, it's all in A.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Why?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Yeah. I couldn't believe my eyes. I could pull out a bottle of the poison faces and
Master!
you're just so shocked that we were seeing all we could do is stand there and watch. While as if we were the most energy in the world, the concept was as common as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
Whoa.
You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to
Nope.
make him spit it out!
But how did the person fish it
Flavor
out?
certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
protein?
Yeah.
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Coco took the bottle from the jacket and scraped it on his cheeks on tongue finger. You touch your finger with your tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
Oh, is
Which
it?
makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Bottle poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely the poison must have been pretty big. Pro. Okay. Drink. Oops. Okay, this is a protein drink. Oops. There we go, it's a protein drink.
Now I understand.
I'm so good at my shooting skills, am I right? No.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
But only after the bottle has been on the bad shot.
If
What?
the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
And then scene.
I got it!
Yeah, it's obviously the protein drink.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
I thought I was thinking way too much of this.
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
Yeah.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
I really that show station it has to be. It has to find it on the shelf. Where the
I got it!
I got it, good.
Footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
What
That's
size?
the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Yikes.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
What?
It was me.
What?
The footprints. They're mine.
What?
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
This is all going all roundabout.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Yeah, they're the only three here. Toto and Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Suspected me. Is super supposed to be because are they yours? No! Wait, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size myself. Alright then.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
Trail.
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
Wow.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true?
Is this the final one?
Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it.
What?
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent.
But why would you use a big... What about big brain moments, man?
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves,
Big brain.
just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Yeah.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Exactly.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
And a chair.
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything.
Oh, so that's where it is.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill
Wow,
her?
this is going all right about.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Aha!
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
Lock room.
What doesn't fit?
The
I
chair.
mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
But why?
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Right.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Explain the chair.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Yeah.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Okay, yeah. You're dumb now.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Alright, time to shoot.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's true. Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're
Boom!
satisfied?
But how did she knock it off? How long? How did you figure it out? I think I got the future of this case. Okay, I got 2 more health then. But the thing is, oh, yep, powder. Footprints in the powder.
First, I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A. And that's where I switched the powders.
Okay, I gotta read everything.
Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A.
Oops. It isn't here.
Shoot!
Okay, maybe it's.
First I went to, that's when I grabbed the, and you spilled some of the, yeah. Okay, I moved from section, and that's where once I was done, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it, and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
First I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison. And you spilled some of the, yeah. Okay, and I moved from section C to section A.
Okay, okay, I need the footprints right now. Okay, give me the footprints.
First I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the, and you spilled some of the, yeah. Okay, I moved from section C.
There we go.
No!
But how, if she did, then never seen like all that powder from it, right? She must have.
You said you went to get the poison from section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Yeah.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Yeah, she just is. I was just nervous, so I didn't know I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
I didn't notice I left footprint.
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
You must have covered it.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Interesting.
well, you see.
What the?
Wow! Even Backyard is scary.
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only footprints per account.
See Backyard like this really is amusing.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Wow.
Did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
I'm confused as well.
Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Me again?
Huh?
Me?
If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Should I even think I remember now? I put some. The rec room window! Oh! That thingy! Thingamajig!
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
Yeah.
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
What question? There you go.
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
I mean, why is it on top?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was the push up? I broke the rec room. wonder what Hina knows.
I got it!
Let's string A up the cell.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
I'm good. This is some bamboozle.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Wait, did she just throw it?
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
I'm so confused right now. Please explain.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Oh my god. So maybe.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Wow, this is so bamboozle.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here. It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
No.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Oh, look at back here.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can't say that because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the crikey to the background after it was removed.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind.
Okay, I'll use that.
Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible!
It was him.
It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay, so I think I should like that.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not.
So you're saying someone planted?
No. It had to have been in there. It had
to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Yeah, you think right.
Shoot!
Okay, that's why I got transition.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt until the locked room was unlocked.
Until the
It
locked room.
absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we...
No. It had to have been in there. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely wasn't.
So you're someone planted?
No. It had to have been. It
Had to be. It was.
Okay, extend the anti-protein cat. Formula for anti-protein.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
Makes sense.
What?
Oh my god.
This proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
That from back there.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
Wait, is Becca guilty of this?
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison. and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Wow. What?
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
Oh.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
What's this like?
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
So it was suicide.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The only one who got the poison can to be Hina. Oh yeah, alright, Sakura. But how is her...
I got it!
There we go.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, that's not a lie. That Sakura definitely went to section C. Sakura sure showed the evidence I need. Now that Hina did, I think I should accept it. Ah, shucks, the rhythm again.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
Okay.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took
This should prove it.
This shoe. Yeah, oh yeah! The shoe! The shoe! Wow, that's perfect!
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
What?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Wow! These people are like so excited right now. I want to get Sakura. That should be the Sakura the poison. The awesome mystery of Dark Room. Something I explained today. Where is this? Gotta be Sakura
Here's my
herself.
answer.
No one trap.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Yikes.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Maybe she just cared for her friends so much. Maybe she's afraid she might
So
kill
you're
someone.
saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
Oh my
But
god.
when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course.
I got it!
There we go.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
How to go get them? How to go get the others? She can leave. Not left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section
she
where
wanted
the
everyone else
protein
to die,
powder
right?
is kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
Oh my god.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. We got Ogre. Oh, so she's dead, huh? So I guess we killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on
Oh, gosh.
Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
Oh my god.
Honestly, you should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
Oh my god.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide.
Yay.
In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence. And yet,
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Ugh.
No!
That's the power of the MC, y'all.
I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is.
Yep.
Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Yeah. Those seem... We have a comic book, of course. Okay, so okay, so she hid in the locker room, right? Okay, that makes more sense now. What? Okay then. Okay. Okay then, well, okay, she took home the window. Okay, so there's the chess piece. Okay, so like everyone is like reviewed, right? Okay, so like she got out. Okay, and then she fainted and put back. And then she sneezed and got the bottle and oh, is that it? Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, that's the pink piece here. She scraped it up and she ran. Oh my god, she's still surviving, man! Wow. Okay, so where's Kenny from? Oh no, she's sick. Okay, she not got it. She got it. There we go. Here's exactly what happened. Okay.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
But why them exactly?
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Brandon, he's so fun.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
What? I didn't like my reason. What? Okay, so I can make more sense. Okay, so I think this is right. Because we should this locker room scene, right?
But one of them, she got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
There we go. It makes more sense now.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Alright then, let's see. Oh my god.
Arrive was Hiro.
And he...
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Oh my god.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
Very fast.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
Upside down.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
She fainted.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head, and
Fainted.
this caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro,
Oh god.
she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
Gosh.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chest
Oh,
piece.
so that's why it was saving that time.
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Camera C9.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab.
Wait, there wasn't on her finger though. What?
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically
Oh my god,
to place all the
look at
suspicion on
that
themselves
Toko there.
in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion.
Or in confusion.
And the one who went to all that effort?
None other than Hina herself. Oh my god, look at that pose! That pose Makoto made.
It's you, Hina.
It looks so menacing.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
Wow, he looks so shocked.
But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Get outmatched, son.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Ooh, foreshadowing. So I guess it's the execution then. But seriously, why did she kill herself? Why? Why? Nice, but no 69.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
But why? Can we even vote the dead?
I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote.
Hold on, it's working.
So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What? Alright, I guess everyone's convinced. Yikes, even the dead can be voted.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire
Okay, we're done here.
existence.
So
What
that's
did
the
you say?
whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hey now, why did you try to cover what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you
And yet
thinking?
why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason why Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. I knew it. You all killed her. So that's why I couldn't let her be the only one that died. You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? Kazi. We have to atone our sins because everyone, even me, we all killed her. You have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's... You still don't understand? Let me explain. Do you just realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her that she died? Protect her. Look at this. Self-protection has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't even care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now, you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, but because of me.
I can't
My closest
forgive
friend
this.
got hurt. Sakura.
I...
Because of me, my friends are going to kill each other. It's all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all get out on you at once, even you,
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a threat to all of us. And yet... You trampled all of our feelings, and you did the unthinkable. Wait, why are the infant chapters so sad? Wow! What? Oh, that was just a misunderstanding. Don't just stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without even asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was, saying you all act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own end.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. Well, what's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Can I ask you too? Yeah, sure. Hang on, I'll be right back. That's the last conversation I had with her. I went to Canada to get the poison she asked when I saw the powder. That's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shell, Sakura. So I ran back to the reactor as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had the weakness, just like any other person. If she got caught, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blame her. I tried to protect her and suffer from it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize that Hina. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her in the corner and we murdered her.
Why?
You like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. He has like her died hating all of us. I went to her of regrets. But even that got found out, in the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I couldn't never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt, right? But when you're about to deliver the final tear trigger, but it's just talking so long. I'm about to fall asleep right over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died? Oh! What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your opinion of her what she meant? Of course, I know what she, because really,
In other words,
well, what I'm really trying to say is,
yes,
don't you
indeed.
think the entire planet is shaky? What if it was like this?
What the
What
heck?
is this?
Of course.
Isn't it as obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room. What then? You lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes sound lovely. I just thought I didn't think of it.
Well,
I can't help it if you put my little females a bit tell you. You didn't have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... Not filthy, I didn't do anything. You did. Therefore, some evidence that affected the outcome of the class trial. The case, they are between you and you alone. You're the ones joking around. Heck, even if the real had factory, it still wouldn't have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene cut.
And
So then, what did she write in a real suicide note?
What are you
I'm
gonna
glad you
do?
asked. For the best, I shall write in using my melodical dramatic narrative voice.
Hey,
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about this whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
but hold on.
Isn't it so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of the story. The truth is lost in the others. Give me the wheelies.
enough
Could
already.
you just get on with it, please?
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
geez, talk about skill. Alright, here you go.
Hmm.
My good friend Hina, there's something I'll have to tell you. I had to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the station, and that the master came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has worked over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the instant influence Sakura. At that point, the plan changed. Really? The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reach another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina,
Oh my god.
my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart. The mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
That's just strange. Huh? Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal a secret, which made everyone else hate her. My decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic. Yep, Akuma was indeed the murderer.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
So that's the motive. My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation, I decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
The mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my daughter will be safe. Above all, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. Wait, that's literally the same thing! Or then I'm gonna need to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Again, Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
They had her high because she was weak. For the opposite, in fact, she was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose to death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. Sakura so much. No more normal person could do that. I blame us. I blame everyone there.
However,
It's only her limited strength that makes it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you I know this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. Please don't be sad. If I can thwart the mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I've chosen. This is the only way I have to distinguish myself. I can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but to leave the rest of you. Please talk to Backyard, Toko, and here on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan where I'm like. I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end though, I hope to show myself true actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else, no matter what. just survive.
Yep. Hope.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna
Funny,
do?
then horror mending was like totally pointless. She died so you guys won't kill each other. But you almost ended up doing anyway. Thanks to you, her dad had no purpose at all. In fact, it's because of our stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly beat the big one.
Too bad.
She does all the blame. Everyone better play him. Go ahead, she deserves it. It was you all along, damn it! Wow, you were so stupid! Now the victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? No one here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for treating Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends, we need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and no one can blame Hina either.
Woo-hoo.
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else! What the heck?
do you want?
This is not how this is supposed to go.
That's true.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a combination between all of you, remember? Your enemy is the other. He's absolutely right about that. Look back at you understand, don't you? This is a life or death explanation match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of this game. Which is why I am buying out the game. Oh man! What?
Natural.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, we appeared together cast their aside by friends this game.
Don't make me.
There's no point in practicing game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? No, I only want to look forward to. And that's to heap the harshest possible punishment on to the one who thinks they control me. Yaka, does mean don't understand. I'll ever be moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism if that's what you're thinking. And wherever the master goes, I go, and if the master might turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire! Everyone! Well now, you can say that Sakura said had a meaning. How boring. But nothing good can call this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about the group for nothing next number and get back on track. It's what I've been waiting for. Punishment time! What? But Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead! You're not gonna... Is it me? No, heavens no. Just because the black kid is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever also that I want. Did I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times one.
Listen up.
I spent so much time during my special punishment, it's a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special random, I prepare a special guest. Don't tell me. A special guest? Let's give it...
Everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Who is it? Alter ego. So he found out. Oh god. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Escape with the destroyer. So our last hope is gone. Oh. Oh, that's some fun. I knew it was a bad idea. Our last hope. Gone. Shite. Oh! You suck, man! You turned him into a mango hunk of junk. Oh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'm going to grab a piece of chicken. After all, they say for a post-mortem blood, chicken's very sad. I'm all about the real goodness. Right? Well, you mean brave. The color, the smell is sucking. Real is very bad. How did he find out? Spy.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. Still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some human AI, but it's true. So it's okay. It's okay to say everyone else. I won't be afraid. Other eagles were straight through my heart and soul, and when this belief gave way to raw anger, the anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. Its bubble out from my body, quickly overflowing and shouting on my own. Oh my god, he's human. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Oh, you were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up! It wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. And you killed him! Isn't this what you call animism? Where a soul delves away all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, you got in my way. He was trying to spend things all stinky.
Just as I
So,
thought.
you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally, no. I knew you from the very beginning. I know she was doing something for the laptop. And I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the very start. What?
What are you
You
thinking?
knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was, I guess you call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe like more like reward of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey.
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But thinking the Lego was just personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to anyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out here. Also, he wanted to fight us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And after that, he was killed. Yeah, the function time made me feel a million times better.
Very
Experiencing a unique stuff is so soothing. It makes me remember that every load can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who died so far, the death of everyone else. Well, technically, you're right. You know what? They help us unlock new floors, new ways of escape. Boom! You will be bamboozled, man. They all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things off the clothes. Hey, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I imagine? Okay, then here we go. Prepare your ears for the dull tones of yours truly. One or another thing in here, something like tell you to the others. Hopefully you will act as a clue to everybody to be sure of the school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I swear the mastermind off and on the time I've been here, and I saw another one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is those days doesn't close up another word and we've done they be in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I didn't really surprise, but the book plot is dismissed for day. I knew it. What? You can't just start at the most important bit. It makes you remember Changwa. It makes you so many you don't even freaking know, huh?
You
That's the whole point, stupid, is to get back all of your hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like any of your creatures have it. But
Too bad.
yeah, sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last time on the note. And let me just say this to mine. I'm not going to lay down and die. I will fight for you, bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh? Wow, what a still lovely loser, huh? She won't lay it down and die. She'll fight you? However, who cares what some dead muscle had to say?
Well?
Okay then, well, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, Maybe it takes some time to research how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside role? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what's that all about? Sakura's final message, a last clue to help us solve the mystery of school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, did she? She was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Listen to me, what did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying that the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, Did the best time plan a bomb iners or something? If you try to leave school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes! I've seen something like in the movies and comics, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to unleash thoughts like that.
Yo!
So the flashlight's over and Monoco's done.
But...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than head back out? Oh yeah, okay, let's just get out of here. But I it must still be as possible. Now back to that evil a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to this kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figure everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Yikes. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do we have to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone to apologize to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't no, right? Did you just capture his flag?
No.
No. Because somebody exists, someone who discovered the difference between me and Master. What are you talking about? That's actually not what's happening here. Why would I go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I call it sleazeball because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Anyway, they're running more sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No.
Hey, stop fighting, Master. You're making me jealous. I want the use keep and take me. I guess not so easy to act if I want to act like friends. But that's how it is for now. What is she gonna say? And so Sakura's college trial came to an end, and we returned to the World Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Wow! Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before a long night sucked onto us. Oh, that's the end of chapter 4.
This is a school announcement. As such, it is officially night. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Alright, let's just go. And time descended and pulled me down, allowing me down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I had fallen such into a deep sleep. But the night still was over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyes were like lead. What?
Kyoko?
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In fact, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You are unbelievably careless. It was unlocked. Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to work like that every time you were surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up in this hour? Oh, is it not? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favorite. What's your favorite?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not gonna lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Guess we all know where she was gone. What the? My word was very true, like half days fake. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Guess we gotta go there. I made my way to the after hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. But isn't the Mortal Kombat finding out? Eventually I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kiko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she meet me inside already? Put my hand in the door and suddenly my own force. Rattle. Oh no, it didn't open. Try again, but what? Was it locked? That's what it said. The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh ho, why are you doing up, mister? Gah! You're in the locked room, it's probably... Don't you know? Oh well, you're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust him yet, right bud?
Hey,
I can't see that you don't. The way my tiny tummy cry, I can see my face now.
I'm being
It looks like you
annoying.
right break in a second I just thought you really made or I got trying to tell me you're sleepwalking or something. No, it's not like that. Try calling in the morning for tired out. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you making? Are you here? You're making a record. Kyoko? Yeah, now you too?
You guys?
However, Tutu, just back to bed. I'm possibly exhausted from the toss child.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Can you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we
Don't
go?
worry about it. Let's go. Oh, okay. Yeah, go get out of here. Shoot. I'm so confused. So we went back to our room. And then,
Goodbye.
so goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was that all just about just now? Show me out and make me go to the fitness center, which just happened to be locked. And then she's all late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I forgot that will be the end of our conversation just like always, but
Goodbye.
well then, good night. Sure. Was it a test? And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Joe was right next to me continue saying right here.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school.
Is this a meme?
The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Oh, so it's Mukuro Ikusawa. 6, 7. To be continued. Wow, Mukuro Ikusawa. Oh lord. This was confusing to say the least.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Alright, we gotta, okay, I gotta save here right now. We shall continue this time sometime later. Oh wait, it's already there. Alright, anyways. Good shit, right? This was confusing. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, yada yada. I saw this meme. Okay? Wow. Thanks. Seriously, who is she? The 16th student, huh? Anyways. I'll see you guys in the next stream then. Goodbye.